March 3rd, 2022. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. This morning, early this morning, I washed my hair. Everything was going good and went to the kitchen and was washing some dishes, but then the water never got hot. So I thought, I wonder what's going on with that. Now, sometimes it's just as simple as something can actually knock it out. But most of the time, it's either the thermocouple or something gets clogged in the line. Now, the way the gas lines are set up, hold on just a second. So I'm back, and I think it's still recording. I hope it just recorded what I just did. Anyway, we'll see. All right, guys. So basically, this line is the main line that goes to the burner. This is your thermocouple. And it usually runs around 30 millivolts is what the signal that will basically go through it to allow it to know. It's a safety device. So if, for example, the pilot light goes out and for some reason gets knocked out for some reason, this will automatically shut the valve off up here. The valve that I was just showing you now. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. This valve here. Now, I don't know if it just recorded earlier, so I'm just going to repeat myself one more time. This, you want to make sure you got a shut off going to your hot water tank if you got natural gas, because you don't want to rely on these valves. These valves and valves, even on furnaces, sometimes stick. When I worked at the apartment complex out there, we had many of them that you could not shut off. You'd go in, they'd have to be replaced. Like I say, you want to make definitely sure you know where the shutoff is before either the furnace or the hot water tank. Now, going over this again, like I said, I don't know if it recorded or not. This here goes below this valve. Well, there's a reason for that. If any crud or anything comes through this line, this will drop down in here. Now, this can get filled all the way up. I've seen ones that have set for such a long time, nobody's cleaned them out or anything, and they can back up and then it'll start filling into the valve itself. Something to be aware of, guys. Now, hold on. So I'm back. Okay, we're going to turn this around here real quick. And I've already put this halfway back together, but what I was going to show you, guys, let's see here. Get this to focus in. This right here is going to your, this is your pilot light right here, okay, guys? This has a little tiny like jet or orifice, and it looks like it's made out of kind of like aluminum, babbitt, whatever you want to call it, probably like brass or whatever, but they get clogged. And the best way to unclog those, and you don't want to make the hole any bigger, but get you just like a little tack, and you can just barely go to that hole and push it back. Now, I recommend you definitely want to have, if you do, an air compressor, because you need to blow this line. You need to blow this line out back through there. And then you need, after this is unscrewed, after you unscrew this, you want to make sure that this part here, through here, doesn't have any kind of webs or anything in it. Now, what you can do, you can take just like a little, what am I going to say here? I got this at Dollar Tree. It's kind of fuzzy. It's like a pipe cleaner. Like. And you can run this through there. And if there's any kind of like, they'll get kind of like cobwebs, I call them kind of like cobwebs. They can actually get into even like your grills in the summertime. Sometimes that's what causes those outdoor grills to back up. Sometimes even have a flash like fire and stuff. If people don't keep them clean them out and stuff. So, getting on to with this. This here's the thermocouple. Now, I'm looking at this right here. You see that? That's a little bit different. See, sometimes they have the other different kind of resistor, or they'll have almost like a fuse. Furnaces will have sometimes fuses There was a lot of fuses out there at that Quail Creek Apartments that had to be cut out. They had inline fuses, just like cars do, and they didn't actually have any replacements to replace them. So they would just usually tie those wires back together, which it made me often wonder, if it had a fuse link in there in the first place, why didn't they make a replacement to tie into that? I don't know. I mean, maybe today they do, but they didn't at that time period. So going on with this real quick here, then this is your burner, and I'm going to blow through this real quick so you can hear this, guys. And there's a little jet that sits down in there. So you can see that brass down in there, kind of. And that's, sometimes it becomes clogged. Also, this needs to be cleaned too. That also can get clogged up. I don't know if you can see in there or not. Let's see here. If I can do this. And see, it's all clean. So I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2 here. I'm just going to hook it right back up. And we're going to see if we fix the problem or not. And I mean, it's not really that difficult to do, to check this out. But like I say, you definitely want to make sure you got a shut off to where you can shut the gas off and do this properly. So hold on, guys, and we'll see how we did.